Well, I'm back. I'm sorry for not being around this past week. Now, we spoke about mental health, we spoke about taking time away. That was my time to remove myself. Dealt with some family stuff, had some things going on in my real world, and just kind of thought, I'm not in the right place to make content, so I didn't make any. But now I am back, and we are going to be delivering you the latest and greatest crypto news every single day. I'm sorry for having those 7 days off. So let's have a quick look at what is going on. Let's start off with the latest news story from USDC. Now, USDC is launching on 6 new chains as Coinbase invests with Circle. Now, this is very interesting. Throughout this channel for the last few weeks and months now, we have been looking at stablecoins and been talking about this organization called Circle. Now, for me, it's very interesting that we are seeing more and more stablecoins being not only created, but listed on new exchanges. Notably, yesterday we saw that PayPal actually got listed upon their stablecoin on crypto.com, which is, it's pretty huge news. But some of the key takeaways from this announcement is actually that Coinbase have invested in Circle, and Circle will manage USDC after the Center Consortium has actually dissolved. Now, for me, does this provide any kind of certainty worldwide? I don't think it does, but clearly one of the largest players in the space are investing within it, and we're seeing that separation from stablecoins happening. Is this an attempt to centralize it back in and zone back in on kind of the traditional stablecoins that we're all aware of, USDT, USDC, BUSD, etc., etc.? The next news story is from Sam Bankman-Fried. Now, he has kind of come out with this crazy claim, in my opinion. He's a vegan, and have your opinions on vegans, whatever you think, but he's saying he can't prepare for his trial without the appropriate food, and he is not prepared to eat flesh, aka meat. This is a man that is responsible for deaths. He's also responsible for the loss of millions and millions of dollars worldwide. And when I say deaths, I mean that very respectfully, because people actually took their lives as a result of what happened with the FTX crash. So I therefore hold him responsible. Let's see how this plays out, but this man, he's got more front than Blackpool. Yes, that is a Northern English saying, but wow. This guy, I mean, he's an absolute scumbag. Let's move on to the next article. The next article is from Binance. Now, it is alleged that Binance is selling its Bitcoin in a boost to try and make sure that BNB is staying afloat. Now, let's have a look at what's been going on with BNB. As we know, within the last 7 days, the high it was at $234, but it's dropped as low as around $204. Now, this is the point of which we are getting a lot of speculation around BNB and its price movement. Now, if you look in the last 24 hours, you can see that there is some significant positive buying pressure for it. But what has happened in the last week? And let's have a look at the last month. You can see that significant sell point and this sell pressure around the 17th of August. And that dump down, I'm not going to fall on with this. This news story, to me, it's just following the market trends. And you would suggest that when you look at Bitcoin, and we're going to look at it a little bit later on in today's video, it's followed the exact markets. Articles like this can be hugely misleading. Zoom out, have a look at the entire market and see what is going on. And don't fall for the FUD. That is my advice on that. This has literally followed the exact same path as the entire market. So yeah, non-starter for me. The former head of OpenSea has been sentenced to 3 months in prison. Now, he was the former head of product, and he's been sent to prison for insider NFT trade. And this is a huge story. Nathaniel Chastain, hopefully I've pronounced that correctly, has been sentenced for 3 months in prison for convicted for fraud and money laundering. Now, this is huge because his role in selecting NFTs to be displayed on the homepage of OpenSea was there, and he had the opportunity to potentially manipulate that. So 3 months in jail is not an awful long time for this. Now, he was charged for generating illicit gains for more than $50,000, and the charges carried a potential sentence of up to 20 years for each offence. So he's clearly got off this very lightly. 3 months is not an awful long time, but it's a positive thing that he's been caught and prosecuted. Now, XRP is nothing but a computer code with no inherent value, says the SEC. Now, this is what they've come out and claimed in their appeal. Now, the key takeaways from what they've come out in their appeal and said that the SEC has taken a slightly different approach against Ripple in the next appeal, saying that its price has formed kind of some form of fake news or fake narrative around what the potential of it is and what the product actually is. It's interesting. This is very interesting because this new approach is very aggressive, in my opinion, with its stance and the language used. It's a computer code with no inherent value. This is groundbreaking. This is going to be totally different. It's going to be interesting how the court and the judge reacts to this. I'm excited for it. And before we move on to the latest charts, I want to bring this to your attention. It is BitGet's KCGI. That is the King's Cup Global Invitational. This is an opportunity for you to prove that you are the best trader. There's prizes of over $2.6 million, and they're giving away a helicopter, a quad bike. Some of the prizes are just insane. Let's have a look at how you can get involved. So some of the key dates and some of the things around it. As you can see, it compiles of 4 different trading competitions: spot trading, futures trading, demo trading, which, by the way, is just absolutely amazing, and copy trading. Now, why am I so happy with demo trading? Because if you've never experienced trading before, you can go and give it a go risk-free and still win huge amounts of money and prizes. So make sure you get over there, create your team, register. As you can see, there is tons of people registering and getting involved and having some fun. So as you can tell, the entry requirements are different for each stage of that. So if you're going to go and register, you need to do it very soon, because the spot trading registration is open right now until the end of this month. So you need to be quick and get involved, because that competition actually starts the 1st of next month all the way up to the 15th. So good luck if you do go and get onto it. Now let's have a look at some of the latest crypto prices. At the time of me making this video, Bitcoin is currently at $26,120. In the last 24 hours, that is an increase of 0.1%. Ethereum is at $1,649. That is down almost 1% in the last 24 hours. BNB is at $216, up 3.4%. XRP is at 52 cents, and it's up 0.19%. BGB token is at 42 cents, down 0.18%. But let's have a look at our ranges, because we have been monitoring these for some time. And as you can tell, we called them very, very, very well. We rejected this upper layer, of which we were kind of hoping and praying for an aggressive entry in, and we broke right down. We then smashed straight back down into the lower range, and the current range that we are in, the bottom of the range, is $24,770 all the way up to $27,630. Bearing in mind the current price, we are pretty much bang in the middle, sideways trading, waiting for aggressive change and movement. We're monitoring. I mean, the volumes of Bitcoin clearly for the last month they've been unique. We had a 2-week period of where gold was more volatile than the price of Bitcoin. Then bam, out of nowhere, we see this. Now, I've got a theory around that. I'm going to drop a video on it, and I'm keen to learn what you think around it. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum followed a very similar path in many ways. We saw that significant dump. You can see that slight test of resistance there in that smaller candle in that 4-hour time period, but then we broke straight down and we smashed into this lower range. The lower range, a reminder, 1,570 is the bottom, and the top of the range is 1,730. Yet again, bang in the middle. We are waiting to see what happens. Notably, this big candle here, this huge sell pressure that we saw, it's incredible. But let's have a look at the Fear and Greed Index. It's currently at 34 into the fear, which suggests people are not feeling too good around the markets. And here's some of the reasons. Bitcoin, the last 7 days, is down 10.5%. Ethereum is down 9.6%. BNB down 8%. XRP down 13%. So there's some huge losses in the last week. But the question is, are we going to flip this around, and are we going to see an aggressive bounce? I am going to say I am bullish, and I'm bullish to see what happens. Of course, nothing in this video is financial advice, but I just think we've got a lot of potential now from these current prices. Even though the global cryptocurrency market cap is currently decreasing on the daily, and it's down almost 0.5% today, I still think the volumes are there to see some significant movement in the coming days. Let's have a look at Crypto Bubbles. Crypto Bubbles is a great tool. It's very visual to see where the market is going, and this kind of probably leads me to how I'm feeling. Although the data and the numbers are probably kind of showing you that we're in a negative form, there's an awful lot of green in front of us. this is why I like this tool. It maybe changes your mindset around what is going on, kind of some of the positives around the space, and you know what, maybe some new opportunities. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. Yes, I'm back. We're back daily, baby. Sorry for going missing. It won't happen again. Let's go.